Okie doke. So, what we're going to talk about right now is getting a MySQL database added to your director site. So should be pretty quick and easy, not super painful. There's a button for this. The director interface is pretty cool about it. I am going to click Add Database. I'm going to be prompted to see which type of database that I want. I'm going to choose MySQL. I am going to create my database, and I'm going to give the server a moment to actually create this database. And once he's done, we should be good to go. And looks like we're good. And then once this database has been set up over here, you can use the parameters that are defined in the showing password and username. There's your server. We have the default port, obviously 3306. And then there's my database name. What I want to do is we can go in and we can choose to edit the database. And there's a really nice terminal where we can initialize and begin to set things up. So there's some really good sites that will get you used to MySQL. Code Academy has a pretty good tutorial to get you started. I also, on my GitHub over here, MySQL Introduction, I have some basic example commands that you can begin to use to start moving forward with these things. So I have several guided notes over here. So we can take the lines and the commands, so create table, for example, students. I can paste things directly into this terminal, or I can type them. If you wind up getting something that says like this, access denied using password yes, that's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. What we're going to do is I'm going to go back over here into my databases, and I'm going to regenerate the password. Sure. And once my passwords have been regenerated, let's see what happens. That usually fixes our database. I can try reloading my terminal, and let's try running this command again. And it looks like it caught. Oh, I already had a table inside of there. But let's see, show tables. Okay, I already had students and votes. But the reality is that if you get that previous error, just regenerate your password. You should be okay. And if you want to go through and let's say drop table students, and I'm also going to run a drop table to lose votes from there. These introductory commands over here are good, that you can begin to get a sense of what sort of tables and show tables, and here are my tables votes. You can kind of go through all this pretty straightforward. Final thing, remember that MySQL is not case sensitive when it comes to keywords, but by convention we use uppercase over here. It's when it was created, 50. Well, not MySQL. SQL's not 50 years old, but like the SQL language is it's getting up there. And when it was created, the idea of caps being shouting wasn't really established yet. So we now use this by convention, and because keywords are not case sensitive, we tend to put them in caps, and then we make variable names in lowercase, and we use other sorts of capitalization, first letter kind of conventions over here. But the all caps indicates a keyword just for legibility. Anyway, that's about it. I'll leave it to you to kind of go through the MySQL introduction and take a look at commands, and I can make another video on some of the specifics of how commands work and get up and running. Okay, rock and roll.